So you want to save thousands of dollars on your restoration project? Do the bodywork yourself. What we're going to show you now is how you can apply your filler, block it laser flat, and go ahead with primer. As you saw in the opening, this project is partway through the process. Since starting, we have stripped the car to bare metal, applied epoxy primer to prevent further rust, and started bodywork on the doors. Today we're focusing on the roof and the hood. We've already applied and blocked a layer of guide coat off to identify our lows. What we decided to do on the roof though, we're going to skim coat the whole thing. You can do this two ways. You can skim coat the entire panel and then block about 90% off of that. That guarantees you fill all the lows. Or you can go ahead and do the spot. Like on the hood, you'll see areas where we know there's lows. The guide coat clearly identified that for us. Everything around it blocked out really nice. So there's no need to skim coat everything. We're just going to hit those lows and then work that. So let me do the roof first. Just make sure to continue to knead the hardener, just to make sure you got a good mix in there. You don't have a lot of the liquid separated from the solids. And go to the edge, just draw a line up to the center. Uniform color is what you're looking for. You want to flip it over gently without trying to get air bubbles. But you don't want to see any of the hardener, whether it's blue, brown, or green. I'm going to get some on my spreader here. I'm going to start in the center, so I'm not dragging my hand through it. I'm just going to drag as far as I can, holding the spreader with just a couple fingers up top to allow it to contour. And then just do a final drag. So it may seem like a waste that now I'm sure I'll catch. All these little ones, and there's even some that I may have missed with the eye, this will now catch it. I'm trying to spread as neat as I can, but you'll see some ridges. And the reason we're spreading this direction is because as we're going to sand, we want to sand 90 degrees to any of those ridges. So I'll do all my blocking this way, so we'll cut those ridges out real nice. So we got everything skim coated. We're going to let this sit for about a half hour, go take a quick lunch, and then we're going to start blocking it out. And you'll see how quick and easy the DSB knocks this stuff down to a laser flat surface. So we're back from lunch. This thing's dried real nice. So we're going to go ahead and start block sanding it with the 16-inch block. So I'm going to start blocking with 80 grit. What you do want to do is your cross blocking. Think of it like an X pattern in front of you as you move across the panel itself. Continue that 45 degrees to each other, and that's going to give you your nice, even, laser flat surface. If you just start sanding like this, like you were doing woodworking stuff, you're going to end up just building valleys into the panel and just ruin it. There's going to be areas where you come over radiuses where it's inevitable you're going to have dust left. Pop the vac off, vacuum it right up, back onto the block, and then you're back to work. You can see there's almost no loading at all. Everything's going through the vacuum perforated holes. So it's working out real great. So how do you know when you're done sanding with the grit? Because as you start, you're going to be sanding through that black guide coat. You're going to see sanding scratches, then you're going to start to see them slowly disappear. And as they get real faint, then you know you can change up to your next higher grit. So all we did was sand that roof today. Just wanted to show you what is not airborne in your shop or in your lungs, and all contained in here. That's the beauty of this thing. So we finished the roof. We skim coat that whole thing and we blocked it, and that turned out real nice. We're going to do a different way on the hood here, which is just attacking your lows, which are identified by our guide coat in here. And again, our guide coat identified some lows at the top. Hit that. We could skim coat the whole thing. We could put half a gallon on this, block it all off, and we'd end up with just filling these areas anyhow. So it's two different ways you can do it. The roof worked out skim coating it for us because we had a lot of little lows all around it. So it was easier to just get one coat on there and block it off. Here, you can tell by the primer, this came in really nice. So let's go ahead and just attack the trouble spots. So we're going to use the same process we did on the roof. We're going to start with our 80 grit, knock down all our highs, and then work up through our 120, 180, 220 to get a nice smooth surface. I went to the little 5-inch, so I'm not using that big 15-inch block where it's not needed, wasting all my energy. Okay, so on body lines, something that's very important. You want to come up to them. So imagine the line is pointing toward us here in the camera. I want to stand up to it on this side, down to it on this side. You don't want to just keep going over it. Use your 80, 120, 180, come up onto that till it's nice and smooth. Then when you're higher grit, you can just gently go over it. You'll have a nice crisp line. All right, so we finished the body work with the DSB. Worked out nice, didn't get too dirty at all. Now what we're going to do is put it in epoxy. We're going to use the OptiFlow roll-on system, and then we're going to go ahead and see what this looks like after it's done and see how flat and true we got it with the DSB. And check this out. You saw the filler. We skim coat this entire roof, and then the DSB blocked it. We used the 11-inch and the 16-inch block. Look how this crown just came in almost perfect. Really nice job. And again, no dust doing it, which is a plus, but really got this thing flat and true. So you saw how flat the DSB got this car, and it turned out really nice. So follow along on the YouTube channel where we take this thing to a show car finish up through base and clear. And as always, check out Eastwood.com for all our new products.